And how was Salzburg? I wish I could have seen you.
Oh, terrific. Great. Too bad you missed it.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's pressure of business as usual, but I'll be there next term.
Oh, somehow I doubt that. Even if you did get the chance, you'd probably just forget the schedule. Like you did the last time.
Why are you angry with me? Have I done something wrong?
Don't you remember anything about me? Aren't you wondering why I'm here now, when the new term started 4 weeks ago?
Oh, geez. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't quit, have you?
No, don't worry about that. I didn't have to. They kicked me out.
Why?
I got into a beef with one of the conductors about how to attack music. He was making bad choices, Dad, cheap ones. Kicked me out 6 weeks ago, right after Salzburg.
6 weeks?
Yeah.
Oh, why didn't you tell anyone?
I did, people I knew.
Well, you didn't tell me. Aren't I people you know?
You really want to know the truth? You seem so distant from me. Sometimes I feel closer to you when I write you a letter than when I'm standing here in person. I'm going to Mom's. I'll get my stuff out of here.
No. Why don't you come with me? It shouldn't take very long. And then we can talk.
Is she in real trouble?
It is the death squad, isn't it?
No. I can stay with her.
Right.
Dad? Did you really run that coup?
Nobody ran it. That was the trouble. It was out of control from the start. All right, come on. What's the matter with you? What is it?
Jenny's told me what they do. I can't believe it. They trusted you?
Scott, I never meant to work for people like them. Not intentionally. All right, listen to me. He's all right. Your father's papers, Jenny?
Dad, we talked about that. Jenny, we would like to know what you're going to do with them.
And safe houses. These are the keys. Take them. Take them.
No.
Take them.
No.
Damn it, Scott, will you take them? Now, this is where my money is.
What's going on?
Oh, damn it, Scott, will you take it? The agent, forget all the nonsense we've bickered about. I've always been very proud of you. And I've always cared for you very deeply. Just remember that. Thank you.
Oh, no. Dad.
I have to go.
No
more time, Scotty.
Oh, God. I really don't know anything about what you must have gone through. Hey, Harry. Scott. Jenny, guess what?
What are you doing here?
We are out of here. Tonight's your lucky night.
175 pages of H.L. Mencken lie between me and my pillow. So, you're gonna tutor me?
2 tickets to the bottom line, our picket tables.
Oh, Scott, I can't.
We're talking about comp tickets, Jenny.
And I am talking about an exam I have next week, and I haven't even opened a book yet. Come on, you go. We'll have a good time.
You're saying no?
Well, priorities. Some of us still have them.
Ouch.
I think it's time for me to check the receipts.
No, Harry, that's okay. This is something that we have been over before.
Unfortunately.
Yes, unfortunately. Harry, I'll see you tomorrow.
Cute. real cute. Hey! What do you think you're doing?
Oh, don't concern you, baby. Call it. Don't concern you, baby. Don't concern you. Out, out, No problem. No problem.
I'll do it.
Yeah, sure.
You all right, Harry?
Oh, yeah.
Are you sure?
Thanks, kid. That's why.
Who are you talking about?
Victor Thorne.
The real estate developer?
Does this sound like neighborhood punks to you?
More like someone's applying the pressure. Oh, you're forgetting 3 things.
Only 3?
Yeah, 1, my dad's in Washington, D.C. 2nd, Harry refused any help. My dad won't help anyone who doesn't want it.
Uh-huh. What's the 3rd?
That my father and I don't play by the same rules. Maybe I can do what he won't do.
You need help, Harry?
What's so funny?
Scott, what do you know about what your father does?
Something must have rubbed off after all these years. Taxi! Don't worry about it. I'll be cool.
Well, what if he doesn't feel like answering?
There he is. Just let me handle this. Excuse me, Mr. Thorne. Victor Thorne? Excuse me!
Yes, what is it?
I'm a friend of Harry Dawson's. He owns a small market on the other side of town.
What about him?
You're trying to buy up that block, aren't you? Hiring cheap thugs to do your dirty work.
Those are pretty strong allegations, young man.
But you don't deny it.
You see, Mr. Thorne, Harry's store's been vandalized 3 times in the last few months, and... well, I'm sorry to say that he thinks...
That I had something to do with it?
yeah, kind of. Well, that was cool.
All right, so maybe I didn't handle it all that well.
Yeah, but I do really appreciate the fact that you were trying to impress me.
I was not trying to impress you. All right, maybe just a little bit.
If I could only lay my hands on the bastard who did this.
At least they missed something.
That's right. I don't understand. What are you talking about?
Harry, what's the matter?
Some guy from the cemetery. He said somebody put some additions on Maggie's headstone.
You better take a look. There's something newly sketched in the headstone.
March 29th. That's tomorrow.
March 29th. My God.
Harry, what is it?
Harry! Harry!
Hi.
Boy, am I glad I found you.
It's my son. I don't care if it's the president.
Dad, hello?
Scott,
Dad, you have to get up here quick.
you all right? Jenny all right?
Oh, we're fine. But a friend of ours isn't. He's been kidnapped. We got the license number, but the cops said it was a phony. Dad, we'll tell you about it when you get here. And hurry.
Scott, you were absolutely right about this photograph. A very good reason why it wasn't destroyed.
Right.
Right.
Into a man called Brady. Now, this man Brady served in the same company as Harry Dawson, World War II. This company was decimated at a place called Cisterna.
Most of the men were killed. And those that survived were captured and taken to a prisoner of war camp. Barrack Room M attempted a mass breakout through a tunnel they had dug.
It failed.
Scott, do you think I could continue this uninterrupted? We'd get there quicker in the end. Yes, you're right. It failed. It failed because there was an explosion in the tunnel. 18 men were killed, and the survivors were naturally recaptured. Imagined that there had been an informer. But of course, it could never be proved.
Until now. Sorry.
Nobody has been able to prove it. Now, this man Brady has recently had another visitor. Man who blew the tunnel.
That's not possible. Harry could never be an informer.
Well, Brady thinks he is.
And Booth wants revenge.
Scott, I don't know what Booth wants. Terence Booth is now staying at the Mayfair Hotel. Do you, you still want to continue playing detective?
If it's gonna help Harry, yeah.
All right. You keep calling this number. And if you get in touch with Mr. Booth, let me know. All right? Mm-hmm. Oh, I've got to go.
Did you find anything about Booth?
Never showed up at the hotel, but I think I got something for you. I called the hotel, pretended I was Booth checking in for my messages.
What is it? Chip off the old block?
Hardly. I was just getting tired of asking for Mr. Booth. Okay. The hotel operator said this guy, Ernie Frick, had called about a half a dozen times.
Well, what did you want, this man Frick?
He wanted to know how everything went, and he wanted the rest of his money.
Why don't you two go home now? Get some sleep, huh?
I don't know how you do it, Dad.
Years of required insomnia. And do put some clothes on. It's damn cold tonight. Oh.
Hi.
Hello, Scott.
How are you?
Fine, fine.
Good.
You're up very early for a Saturday morning.
Oh, yeah. It's great being up early.
You all right?
Huh?
Nothing wrong?
Oh, no. Can I fix you a little breakfast? You haven't eaten yet, have you?
No, I'm fine. Thank you. I'm not hungry.
Too bad. Fix a mean omelet.
All right, come on. What's wrong?
Okay, I know how you're always open to new clients.
I'm not going to like the sound of this.
No, just let me explain, okay? A woman came into the club where I was playing last night.
I knew I wasn't going to like the sound of this.
I had seen her a few times before, but this time she was crying. So I took her out for a cup of coffee, and I found out she's in a lot of trouble.
And you told her about me?
Yeah. What else was I gonna do? It's her first time in New York. She doesn't have any money.
Scott!
And she's pregnant.
And what's that got to do with me?
No, see, the guy who got her that way has been following her around, and he says that he's gonna beat her up if she doesn't come back to him.
She told you that, did she?
Yeah, last night.
Scott, please do tell me that is not her.
No, that's her. She's been waiting outside. You're gonna love her, Dad. She's really nice.
Scott!
Shirley Gossett. Shirley, this is my father, Robert McCall.
It's very nice to meet you, Mr. McCall. Well, I'm just so glad you've been honest with him, Scott. I think this is a very mature decision.
Well, what are you talking about?
Well, you can't keep me in the closet forever.
Hold on. Excuse me, Miss Gossett. Would you elaborate on that statement?
You mean you haven't told him? Mr. McCall, well, your son is the father of my child.
Dad, I swear, the only thing I ever shared with that woman is a cup of coffee. You gotta believe me.
Oh, I do. I was just thinking, when this is all settled, you and I are going to have a very serious conversation.
Okay. But Dad, what do we do now? Do you think she wants money?
Well, how else is she going to mend her broken heart? I'll tell you something else that's definite.
What?
She's not going to be alone.
What do you mean?
She's a shark.
This is a nightmare.
Mind you, there is one thing that a shark respects.
What's that?
A bigger shark. We're going back inside, and don't you say a word, Scott. Not one single word. Two massive liars have collided.
You don't believe me?
Oh, yes, I do. I believe every word, every single word. Anyway, Scott has admitted the whole sordid affair. Tell me all about it. Nasty little steamy meetings in dirty little hotels. Oh, the whole thing is absolutely disgusting. I don't know why you two young people didn't come to me before. Scott, don't you think it is time that we told this young woman the truth?
Wait a minute, I don't understand.
Don't worry, sweetheart, you will. Scott, sit down. You see, he is not my son any more than you are his mistress.
What do you mean he's not your son?
Young women. Where do you think you're going? Scott, I think it is now time that you and I had this little conversation.
Oh, Dad, can we postpone that for another time? I have an appointment with an old friend, and I'm late already. I really appreciate how you handled that. That was great. I'll let myself out the back way. But he's on his way to Hawaii to be in the Ironman triathlon.
Do what?
The Ironman.
Yeah, right. Can we have a word in private?
Sure.
Do you mind, Miss Whitten?
No, not at all.
Thank you. Healthy enough to give her all the real help she needs.
Weren't you listening in there? She is a prisoner. They got her locked away.
The best and safest thing you can do to help that girl is to take her home immediately.
Fine. You won't help her, then I will. You can just sit in this apartment and listen to weirdos on your answering machine all day. That is a friend of mine. And I'm not going to let her down.
Think the day will ever come when you and I can communicate with each other without drawing blood?
Maybe.
All right. If you feel that strongly about the girl, I'll tell you what I'll do. I will go this far. We will take her home. And once we are there, I will try to find out all there is to find out. All right?
Okay. And thanks.
He was telling me some story about being attacked in the middle of the night.
It's a fantasy. We've had a very hard time here this past.
Perhaps Scott could visit her when,
I'd appreciate that very much.
Go?
You know, will I see Mr. McCall and his son?
Don't worry. I couldn't believe you in there. You hardly asked him anything.
Scott, I asked him what I wanted to know.
Oh. She
Come
thinks
on,
we sold...
just get in the car.
She thinks we sold her down the river. I could see it in her
Get
eyes.
in the car.
The way he talked about her, you'd think she'd been out of her mind for years. It's just not true. I know her.
That's an emotional response, Scott. It all goes to charity.
So what's the motive?
No, here's an interesting clause.
You mean the guy isn't trying to kill her at all? They're taking her somewhere.
Follow them. And when you get to the destination, stay and observe. Don't do anything else. Just observe. You take my car. Here are the keys. And I'll join you. I need your keys.
You're gonna drive my car?
Yes, I'm going to drive your car. What do you want me to do? Walk?
No. I just don't see you in my car.
Thank you.
Your father's an incredible man, Scott. I will never forget when he came through that window.
Yeah, well, he'd be a little more incredible if he'd wear his bulletproof vest once in a while. Well, to get him to the scene.
Brilliant deduction. Especially since you spent most of your time unconscious on the floor.
Just pulling a little shoe-level surveillance, Dad.
Oh, I see. That was it, was it?
What do you think they were going to do with us?
East River, probably. Our pleasure.
I know it's all in my head.
All right.
Scott, can you assist me?
Sure. Oh, Dad, can we talk in the other room for a minute?
Don't touch the shoulder, Scott.
Sorry. Can we talk in the other room?
I'm just about to have a bagel.
I know, they're not going anywhere. Deborah, will you excuse us for... Thanks.
The shoulder!
Sorry.
Excuse him.
I hate to mention this, Dad, but, you know, I did do a lot of work to help break this thing open.
You were of certain assistance, yes.
Yeah, and on top of that, you wouldn't even have taken this case.
Well, now that is for certain.
Yeah. Since all the above is true, I thought, Dad, that I deserved some sort of, commission.
You thought you what?
Not a lot, Dad. Just, what you give the other guys, Mickey, Jimmy, those guys, when you hire them.
I cannot believe what I'm hearing. I cannot believe it. I took this case, as you call it, as a personal favor to you because this young lady is your friend. I get myself shot. I nearly break my damn neck falling over banisters. And you are asking me for money?
What, you don't think my work was valuable?
That's not the point.
Well, if it's a problem, just forget it.
It's a problem. I've forgotten it.
You know, Dad, I really like working with you. We ought to do this more often. In fact, I'm going to bring you a new client every Saturday.
Scott, you wouldn't do that.
Try me.